Well, hello and welcome back. Today, just out doing another ride. I think I'm crazy, and it's like 100 degrees today, but I still want to go riding. I'm just a goofball like that, apparently. It might not be the safest idea to do and logical and whatnot, but motorcycles aren't always the safest and most logical thing either. But with that, it kind of made me think of other things that we've done for safety and whatnot. And I do apologize if the wind's a little bit noisy today. The windshield's in a different spot than normal, so I do apologize on that. So anyway, but yeah, I was like, the wife and I went out to the store, and we have the Cardo bolts, so we've had them for about 4 years now. And they came out with the Edge, and they're coming out with the Pro. But I was sitting there, and we were discussing the Edges, because like this weekend they're doing the sale for the holiday. And I was like, well, someone else's review on it was like, yeah, it's not really worth the price difference for the update. Like, yeah, okay. But then I was watching another person, or not watching, but read another person's discussion about it, and I was like, he's like, yeah, because he did the same thing. He went from the Bold to the Edge, and the Bold, it says like, oh yeah, the Edge is 30% louder than the Edge. I'm like, well, that's hard to say what that true difference is, you know, when you're, you know, like what's, I don't have a comparison to say 30% louder. But what his comment was is that the guy read the thing on and said like, yeah, his wife or billion, whomever that is, talked him into getting the Edge for himself and getting or giving the pillion rider the Bold. And then he goes, yeah, now that I've got this one, the Edge, but the Bold, if it was over like a 45 miles an hour, it's about the limit I could hear someone have a conversation with me through the headset. He goes, now I can do about 75, but my passenger can't hear anything still past that level because, of course, they have the Bold. And my wife and I were talking, she's like, well, crap, a lot of the riding we do together is on the freeway. So if you can actually hear a conversation at, you know, that 75 mile an hour zone, which is, you know, majority of our heavier riding, then that might be a big idea for safety. So with the 20% off or whatever the discount was, we spent the money on it. So we did go for a ride today. Unfortunately, being that it's 100 degrees, it's a little hot, and she's a little out right now, so don't tell her, but I did steal her bike, which is why the sound is different and the location is different and everything looks different, because I swiped her motorcycle while she's resting. I know, I'm a bad husband. Anyway, don't tell her, please. Otherwise, this whole safety thing would be my death. Anyway, so, you know, what's the cost of your safety of that? You know, like, you know, I've got motorcycle boots on. I don't have jeans because I haven't found ones that fit me, unfortunately, to have armor and everything in it. But I do wear jeans every day. I wear gloves at all times. I wear a jacket at all times. I wear a helmet at all times, if I'm vlogging or not. Like, I do everything in my power to try to be safe. You know, I've got a neck gaiter that has water on it right now to help me stay a little bit cooler with this weather. So, what measures do you do for safety, and what cost? I mean, yeah, that was an expensive to buy the dual pack, and it was a little pricey. But now that we can hear each other at higher speeds, you know, there is that safety feel between, you know, that you can communicate better now, where before it was literally the day before we went riding, and I'd say like, hey, so many miles to think she wouldn't. She would like do a thumbs up if she could register what I said to her. But you know, otherwise it was. She would say like, quit talking to me. I can't even hear you. And it was almost like we just had to disconnect the communicators and just use them for music. And that's the other plus is, you know, of course now we have our own, or the music's not so much louder too, so you have that nice sound that can come through the system. And the other thing is like the discounts probably is the holiday, but also they've got the Pro coming out. Now the interesting thing with the Pro versus the Edge, it looks like everything's identical except the speaker's a little bit larger, which is whichever. But it has that. In case of a crash, an emergency system, if it sees a crash, the accelerometer does that, whatever your crash situation is called for emergency help, which could be good. I don't know how particular it is. It's one of those things that you hope you never have to use. Luckily, the majority of riding I do is in a major area, so if something unfortunately did happen to me, shouldn't be too far behind someone else coming around, and if a good Samaritan assists, hopefully. Yeah, there's that. So, my question to you guys is, do you draw a line on how much you're willing to spend on things? I mean, we're not talking about buying a $1,000 suit or $1,000 helmet. Oh, I mean, I'm wearing a Shelly helmet. These aren't super cheap either, but they're still not the most expensive thing in the world either. So, but I mean, I know I'm wearing it daily or almost daily. So I'm okay with that cost because I know I'm getting my value out of wearing it, and I feel the comfort of it and the potential safety of it. So what do you guys do for that? What's your thoughts on your level of safety? I mean, do you try to go out full gear every day? I mean, I don't try to hooligan anything. I haven't done wheelies, and throttle might be a little heavy at times, but not too crazy. But what's your, I mean, I try to be a safe rider, try to vision my things, try not to piss off people. But yeah, where's your line in the sand on that? Like, are you willing to throw all sorts of money down at everything you can, or just go, you know what, I'm a good enough rider, I can deal. This might not be a good idea. Speaking of safety and choices, looks like there's dirt there and it just means filtered. Cool. Let's see if I can get off the line without stalling or being silly. Anyway. Alright, let's see how we do. Here we're in the light. Alright, fine. You can go. I will say this about this bike, the shifter on it is a lot stiffer, I guess would be the idea. Definitely more aggressive. And the seat is much more cardboardish. But hey, it's a freaking naked bike that wants to be on a racetrack if it can. So, yeah, I might not always do super intelligent things, but I do try to be safe, and I try to, show the safety and things, and still have fun doing it. I mean, hell, my ending line's always be safe, have fun. Because I want you to be safe in what you're doing, but enjoy what you're doing. And if you're doing one without the other, like, is it really that much more fun not being safe? If you're being safe, is it not fun? I mean, it's like, why not? But yeah, today is just a short video. Just wanted to think about the Cardos. So far we like them for that increased volume, and yes, we can't hear each other at high volume. And if I don't come back next week, the wife killed me for taking out her bike. So with that, you guys have fun, be safe. Until next time.